Well, covering Florida, the state's ag commissioner says she fears the new North American trade agreement proposed by the Trump administration may leave Florida farmers unprotected. Jake Stofan talked with a local tomato farmer about how for the last 2 decades, producers in Mexico have undercut American prices.
Graves Williams has been farming tomatoes in Quincy, Florida for more than 30 years.
Sunny side of the bush.
He's one of the few left in the state.
When I started in Florida, there was 224 tomato farmers, and I think there's less than 25 now.
The reason so few are left is due in part to Mexican producers flooding the market with cheaper produce.
We have a hard time competing with Mexico when they pay, on average, their workers $8 a day, and we're paying $80 to $100 a day for the workers doing the exact same job.
To help U.S. farmers compete, the Trump administration imposed a 17.5% tariff on Mexican tomatoes earlier this year. While the new tariffs on Mexican tomatoes may help even the playing field in the short term, Florida's Commissioner of Agriculture says those tariffs could be pulled back or even refunded under the new NAFTA proposal. That would once again make it harder for farmers like Williams to compete, which could be bad news for the state as a whole. Florida agriculture is a $132 billion industry, second only to tourism.
They need to play by the rules. They just can't flood this country with produce. Our government needs to make sure that they just don't completely destroy American produce.
Freed is asking the Trump administration to support the Domestic Produce Production Act. It would make it easier for the federal government to investigate illegal trade practices by Mexican producers. Jake Stofan, WCTV Eyewitness News, Tallahassee.
The Domestic Produce Production Act is supported by Florida Senator Marco Rubio and backed by all of Florida's 27 U.S. representatives. Stay with us. We'll be right back.